Hello, welcome to episode 327 of the Epic Film Challenge, Full Metal Jacket. Continuing the director series, Stanley Kubrick. It's been a while since I've done one of these. And I'm going to try and finish all the films in this box set before the Epic Film Challenge is done. Only got two more left, but yeah, Full Metal Jacket. It's Stanley Kubrick's Vietnam film, basically. And as it's described here, Marine recruits endure basic training under a leather lunge DI, then plunge into the hell of Vietnam. There's a drill instructor in the film. First half of the film, or like the first 50 minutes or so, you see these American kind of just young American guys. They've entered the Marine Corps and they're getting trained up, and there's this drill instructor who was actually a drill instructor in real life, and he actually improvised most of his lines, which you can really tell because he's just like such a hard ass in this film, and it's really funny. But there's also like there's a lot of funny moments in the film, but then there's a lot of like things in it that make you think, oh wow, you know, that's pretty fucked up, you know, and horrible, and it really like goes deep into the psychology of everything, like how, you know, the Marines were turned from just young men into killing machines who just, you know, it became like, or they call it like the 1,000-yard stare, I think, in the film. And there's this guy in there, and I forget the actor's name now, but he's in one of those shows, Law and Order or something like that. So he's got a successful career now, and this is one of his first roles, or maybe his first film role. Put on a lot of weight for the role, and he's this kind of like hapless, kind of simple guy who just you can't really get it, you know. So there's another guy played by Matthew Modine, I think. That might not be right. And he kind of he takes the drill instructor's shit, but you know, he stands his ground, and so he becomes kind of the leader of the whole kind of group, basically, and he helps out this guy who the drill instructor called Gomer Pyle. So he's just referred to as Pyle throughout the film. So he helps him out and stuff, and then Pyle just kind of gets completely brainwashed, you know, and just turns into into a killing machine, I guess. And then there's just this really like intense scene about halfway through the film where you're just like, fuck. Like, I thought the whole film were going to be, again, I don't want to spoil it, but, you know, I'm sure no one cares. But I thought the whole film was going to be about this Pyle, about his character. I forget his actual name in the film, but what the drill instructor was calling him, Pyle. I thought the whole film was going to be about him, and then he, you know, this massive thing happens in the middle of the film, and you're like, fuck, and then it goes in, and Matthew Modine's character, Joker, they call him, you follow him in Vietnam, and then just the Vietnam scenes are just, I don't know where I think they did film it in England, but I mean, it looks like Vietnam, and like just the buildings and like the ruins and the wrecks and stuff. It's just extensive. It really does. It feels so authentic, and you just believe that you're watching Vietnam, you know, as it unfolds. And the film is just brilliantly shot. Stanley Kubrick again is just a genius of making films. His direction is awesome. There's so many great scenes in the film, or so many great shots, I should say, you know, just even a shot with all the Marines and they're all doing push-ups, and it's just lined up perfectly, and it's just great. It's not a film we're going to watch loads of times, but it's one that I appreciate a lot. Like, great acting in it, a lot of great characters when you get to Vietnam, and it just kind of showcases, like, again, how the kind of the Vietnam troops, Marine Corps, were kind of brainwashed into being these killing machines and stuff. And the guy who wrote the film, I believe, actually wrote a book about Vietnam, and he was there, and he kind of has first-hand experience and stuff, which helps, and also kind of makes you feel like, well, it is probably a true representation of what went on in Vietnam. And the whole like 25-30 minutes of like the whole ending is an amazing scene. Like, throughout the first hour and a half, I was like, yeah, this is actually a really good film, you know, it's like harrowing and like funny at the same time. And then this whole like this end scene was just like, the tension and everything, it was awesome. I give this film a 9 out of 10. Really, really good film. Thanks for watching.